I'm recording it now.
It's topped with aromatic herbs, and that's called a za'atar. It's absolutely delicious. We start with the same ingredients as a basic bread dough. 500 grams of strong white flour, 10 grams of fast action yeast, and 10 grams of salt. I'm going to add some sugar to give it a colour on the oven as quickly as possible. 25 grams going in. If a bread colours quick in the oven, it just means it retains its moisture and therefore remains soft. Finally, I'm going to add a little olive oil and some water. It's actually tepid water. Unusual for me to use warm water. I want this to be alive and a bit lighter, quite quick. Start with a little to begin with.
I thought you always used tepid
Fingers
water
in.
with that. Oh, well.
Spin it round in the bowl. Soft, pliable dough. Don't do any more mixing in the bowl at this stage. You don't have to.
No.
The rest of it's done
Hang
on
on.
the table.
Listen.
I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil on the surface. Just begin to roll it up into a ball. I remember when I was in Jordan, I went to Petra. There was a Bedouin woman inside one of the caves with a flatbread with a piece of dough, just opening it up, and she threw it over an oil dome over a flame. There was something raw about it. There's something very ancient
know what the episode
about what she was doing. And you feel this dough getting softer, the gluten's beginning to form, the stretches
You
beginning
don't
to
need to
happen.
record it.
I do, so I can watch it again.
I'm going to pop that into here, take a little bit of the oil, stop the dough from sticking, cover and leave it for about an hour. What's the best thing to serve with a manish? I think a baba ganoush, a classic dish. The best translation I've ever heard is spoiled old daddy. I'm a bit like that sometimes.
Aubergines.
Prick 3 aubergines all over and place in a roasting tray and grill for about 15 minutes, turning halfway through until they are blackened all over. It's soft, squidgy, and I'm going to scoop out the inside. To this, I'm adding a paste of crushed garlic, salt, some lemon juice, and a couple of teaspoons of tahini or sesame paste. And that, with the blend of the bread and the za'atar topping, is going to be fantastic.
You said a couple of teaspoons of tahini or sesame paste. I thought they're the same thing.
I'm on the BBC.
There's my dough, which has been resting now for at least an hour. You can see how big it's got. It's massive. Look at that, look at this herb pocket, watch. It's beautiful stuff. As a kid, I was always fascinated watching dough grow and the way it feels. It's so tactile. It's what we call the drop.
You don't need
Punch
to
in the air
record
out of it. I cut off a bit of dough. I'm going to shake this into a ball. Up, hand, twists, turns. A little bit of flour. Push it out. Fingers in first. Try and get it as round as you can to start you off. It's always easier. It's a bit like making a pizza, I suppose. You've got to encourage it out.
What's it called? What's the name of the one he's making?
Stretches it, stops it springing back.
That's not very good.
Roll it,
Mum, you don't.
roll it out.
Honestly, you don't need to record it.
Flip it.
Mum!
I'll put it on YouTube so I know where it is.
No, you fuck.
Don't swear.
I'm slackening it off as well.
All you have to do
spring back.
is remember the name of the bread and then just.
You're actually watching him do it, it's better. Ah.
Now this is a flat bread that's now relaxed. I don't want it to rise too much in the middle. So you can use a docker, just run it down the middle. You can use a fork if you haven't got one of these.
A fork and knife.
Puncturing the dough stops that part of it ballooning up. Avoid the outside, I quite like the idea of that coming up around the outside. Now we're ready for our za'atar topping. Thyme, marjoram, sesame seed, and a good glug of olive oil in there as well. Give that a mix round, and then spread it out all over the loaf.
Where's this one? Baba ganoush?
No, I do.
Wasn't the Baba ganoush one a minute ago?
Get your neighbours banging on your front door.
Well, how long do you cook it for, mate?
The manish needs to prove for about half an hour.
I have to prove it.
Then it's baked for 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Golden brown.
Nice. That should be it.